We're back once again beside the St. Lawrence River here in Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix. The event first moved to the variant of this track back in 1978, and it was won by none other than Gilles Villeneuve, the first Canadian to ever win his home race, and in whose honour the circuit would be renamed. It's one of the fastest races of the season here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, with around 60% of this 2.7-mile circuit taken at full throttle. There are 14 corners to navigate, the very last of which has its very own infamous history and could be the cause of a safety car today. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Freeman lines up on pole position, and Oscar Piastri completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Verstappen, Ocon, Norris, Liam Lawson, Stroll, Albon, Gasly, Russell, Théo Pourchaire, Ricciardo, Joe, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Sainz, Sargent, Hülkenberg, and Charles Leclerc completes today's grid order. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. Alongside me to discuss all the action today is Natalie Pinkham. Thanks for joining us, Natalie. And tell me, you were down in the pit lane earlier. How do you think the track conditions are today?
Well, it's looking a bit cold out there, if I'm honest. These tyres have quite a narrow operating window in terms of the temperatures they need to extract the best grip. So, with the cold track surface, it's going to be harder to keep those temperatures up, which will lead to lower grip and maybe more mistakes.
OK, we've got that relief of having points on the board finally, so let's keep that form up and get another top 10 finish today, please. Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap, please. We're learning the gears, so let's go through them all if you can. Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out. Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch. work. That's a new fastest lap of the race. Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon. We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 7.6 seconds. Okay, we want you to pit this lap, so push now, push. Okay, off we go, back into the race. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. man is in the pits. Okay, push, push. Gap to the car behind. 3.0 seconds. Good job, that was the fastest lap of the race so far. Gap to your teammate behind is 11.6 seconds. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. Okay, some information on Norris. Right, they've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring. Okay, car behind trailing us, 7.4 seconds. Yellow flag. Green flag. Virtual safety car deployed. Slow down and maintain a positive delta. Virtual safety car is deployed. I've got information on Stroll. Okay, it looks like the problem's terminal. They're retiring the car. Safety car. No overtaking. Reduce your pace. Keep your delta number positive as we form up. That's just 5 laps of fuel remaining. You're approaching the safety car. You're leading, so don't pass it. Stay behind the safety car. Okay, the safety car's coming in this lap. We'll be pacing the field in sector 3. Make sure to respect the delta until the safety car's into the pit lane. Okay, clear. Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. Okay, gap to the car behind. 2.0 seconds. started the final lap of the race. Final lap. Ah, fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. Amazing. You deserved that race win. Well done, mate.
They take the checkered flag then here in Canada in what has been another fabulous Grand Prix. So, Natalie, what do you think helped them deliver this result?
Quite simply, a driver is nothing without the team behind them. So, a deserved winner, but we do have to give a shout out to the team in the pit lane and back at the factory. Very much a collaborative process.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it. Freeman increases their championship lead. So let's review the drivers' standings. So then, Natalie Pinkham, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Freeman.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. No change in the top spot then, but with today's points, their hold on that lead is getting weaker. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
OK, we've had the new parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. And tonight, we've got the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Los Angeles Clippers. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Mark Williams.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. George and Leonard are the forwards. Harden out there with MP. And it's Zubats in at the center position. And for Charlotte, they've got Smith. Miles Bridges is out there with Mark Williams. Then it's Ball, and it's Okogie in at the 3 slot. All right, we're in the middle of the season here, Greg. How do you stay engaged at this time of the year?
Honestly, Kevin, it can be hard. The schedule is so daunting. There's really no time to reset. So spending your off days recharging, I think, is important.
Here we go. Tip-off goes to Charlotte. Ball against Harden. Charlotte moving it around. Pass to Okogie. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Leonard. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Here's MP. 2 points. That one goes.
Outrunning the field. MP. He's got those young legs, folks.
Smith outside. And the layup is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's George. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. The layup off target. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Caught up with Coach Charles Lee. Now, Coach told me the key is to stay disciplined on defense, especially when guarding James Harden. He said James is special offensively. He's a master at manipulating defenses and drawing fouls. So, of course, they don't want to give him easy points at the foul line. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now here's Leonard. Good work there as it goes.
You know, a little bit of contact will not bother Leonard at all. I mean, he's so strong as a player. It's part of the deal for him.
Here's Ball. Right side, Williams. Out left to the wing. Here's Okogie. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Leonard finds MP. No good from outside.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
In recent seasons, the Charlotte Hornets, Clark, have been very active in the trade market.
Well, it seems like they're always wheeling and dealing. I mean, they're on a quest for that perfect fit lineup, moving pieces around, trying to find the right recipe for success.
Harden gets the bucket.
Hey, defensively, when you're guarding Harden, the last thing you want is for him to get a rhythm from deep. He can blow a game wide open when he does.
Now, here's Ball. Last game we saw him score 32. MP against Smith. Shot clock at 6. Over MP. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Harden. His last outing, he had 8 points. Pass to MP. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. MP's got his second bucket tonight.
This is the thing about MP. He has the poise to take high percentage shots.
Bridges deciding where to go with it. Ball against Harden. Unloads from 13. The Clippers grab the miss. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Leonard finds MP. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
The shot's good from Smith.
Steady from beyond the arc. Smith's improvement from there could really make him a dangerous player.
Ball against Harden. On the wing, MP. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. MP's got 10 points.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now, here is Smith. 9 points last game. Pass to Bridges. Now, here's Ball. And another 3 for Charlotte.
Ball will not let his opponent just own the arc. He can knock it down from there, too. So competitive.
MP outside for the 3. Kicks it out to Harden. Down low. MP passes to George. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Bring music, scorching those nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
Outside, Ball. And Ball slams it in.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Here's Harden. And so it's MP making things happen for the LA Clippers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Clippers?
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
They've got Robinson all out there with Josh Green. And it's Hauser in at the 4. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Spurs lit up the floor. He scored 33 points and, as always, was a force on defense, doing whatever he wanted at that end. The stats he put up were amazing. He knew nobody could slow him down, and he went to work. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
And here's Green outside. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Robinson. Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down. Powell kicks to Dunn. Latrey hits the three-point bomb. Dunn's got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers.
Tell you what, guys, it's simply a guessing game for the defense when Dunn is involved in pick-and-roll situation. From that spot, and in that situation, he can beat you a lot of ways.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Moving it up, here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Drawing fouls, Clark getting to the line, all part of the game, but you think players try and draw fouls too often now?
I do in some cases, but I think it's more on an individual basis. I mean, players have to do what they need to do to try to score the ball. But I don't think anybody likes, 1, guys flopping the draw fouls, and then 2, whining when fouls aren't called.
Mark Williams, Miles Bridges, Josh Okogie, Nick Smith.
Here's Dunn. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Pass to MP. The 3. Ball with the rebound.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Here's Okogie, covered by MP. Here's Bridges, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Bridges has got his second basket of the night.
You know, we've seen Bridges knock down threes, but I think this is his sweet spot at 15 to 19-foot range.
The drive by MP.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Bridges kicks the ball. Lets the three fly. And it's MP with the rebound. MP's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Hornets shooting their first free throws of the evening. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
Hornets timeout called.
Charlotte making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. The Clippers also changing it up. Leonard, he's checked in for Paul George. Bogdanovich comes in for Norman Powell. And James Harden subbed in for Dunn. And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Smith.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
And here's Leonard from 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
You know, Leonard, very effective from downtown. That wasn't always the case. He's really worked to become a laser from 3.
Pass to Okogie. To the middle. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Bridges. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. Outside, Bogdanovich. Kicks it out to MP. Launches it. MP drills the 3.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Pass to Hauser. Here's Bridges. There's 21 seconds left in the first half of basketball. There's a good screen. Smith for 3. Unable to get that one. Leonard, the pass to MP. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. And so it's Los Angeles, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we'll be right back after this.
And it's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drum roll. And that's very not the shot. Give it out for the participants.
Welcome to halftime. Let's start with MP. He has been fantastic.
Oh, man, we saw MP take it over. He was aggressive at times, and I thought maybe a little too aggressive at times, Shaq, but all the dominoes are falling his way.
Don't tease me with food, my man.
And we've got some trades being made around the league. Always a compelling story.
And their fans should be excited to see Conley coming in. He's a guy that can bind the team together, control the pace, make sure everyone stays involved.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. George and Leonard are the forwards. MP out there with Harden, and it's Zubac in at center.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Smith finds Bridges. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. To the inside, Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Ball dishes to Bridges. Back to Ball. Williams a screen on Hart. Ball with a wide open look. Off target from 3-point range. One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the new leadership in Charlotte has made it clear that it's not going in for quick fixes. The goal is sustained success, building with youth and development. Call it roster flexibility or a blank slate. But with some promising young players and more health, there's nowhere to go but up. Kevin?
Health is huge. That's the hope. Hey, David, thank you. Here's Bridges. James Harden picking up that last basket. Bridges left side. No good again that time.
Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
Leonard with a screen on Smith. Sinks the triple. MP's got 20.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
Charlotte calls timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Hornets dance team.
As Dunn's check in for the Clippers. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Taking a look at the Clippers. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out.
And you know, for Los Angeles, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
And here are the Clippers. A nice run going 12 in a row. Zubac's a screen on Smith, and the basket by MP.
And they have come out of halftime in fuego.
Ball against Harden. Ball kicks to Williams. It's a nice pass in here by Charlotte. Here's the three. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
And just taking his frustration out on the rim, he ends a huge run by Los Angeles.
Clark, the 2021 Rookie of the Year, LaMelo Ball, and the only thing holding him back now is his health.
It certainly is, and it's unfortunate because he's a talented, fun-to-watch player. He's already missed a bunch of games early in his career, but he is the total package as a point guard now. Great length at 6'7", and I still think he has MVP potential. It's a matter of, can he stay on the floor? So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
And he gets it back. Chalk up 2 there. Dunn's got 4 this quarter.
That is just grown man, big boy work from Dunn inside. Incredible athleticism really aids him in getting these types of shots.
Now here's Ball. He's got 7. To the paint. Here's a Kogi. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, savvy play that time from Okogie. Drew the foul and still managed to get the shot free.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Los Angeles.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And the other thing you notice is how committed they've been to playing with the pass, constantly moving that ball from one side to the other.
And that one misses for the Clippers. Eubanks comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Powell in for James Harden. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Here's the Clippers. This run now up to 22 points to 2. MP, no good. And here's Charlotte. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Leonard. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And on the season.
Substitutions.
Go get him, MP. Your time.
Here's Williams. Ball, the pass to Okogie. Now Williams. Smith outside. Here's Okogie. 1:03 left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Williams. 5 on the clock. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. They've got LaMelo Ball. Williams is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Smith. And it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Charlotte.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Now, here is Smith. Gets an open look and hits.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Peyton. MP outside. Inside, here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink. Good win. Let's keep it going. Man, everything feels just a little off. Let's win and go home. Fans live for games like this one.
God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard.
treat to have all Canada perform before an NBA game. Thanks to Skylar Cole for that rendition. We'll be right back. Welcome to another Groundhog Day NBA game. Shadows or not, it's time to get it going. Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Paul George.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. Bogdan Bogdanovic is out there with James Harden. And it's MP in at the 3. And for Toronto, Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Emmanuel Quickley is out there with Grady Dick. And it's Barrett in at the 3. If you like slow-paced basketball, you've come to the wrong place. These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
Here we go. And so off the tip, it's the Raptors. Quickly passes to Pirtle. Here's Barrett. The 3. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. On the wing, MP. From deep. Connects again from distance.
And folks, he's just set the record for most three-pointers in a rookie season.
And you know, I don't even think he's thinking about records. He's out there to ball. Ever since entering the league, only a few months ago, he's been on a mission to win.
Yeah, MP is clearly amongst the best rookie shooters we've ever seen in the league. We've heard the comparisons to Ray Allen, Clay, and Steph. And after seeing what MP's done this season, you start to believe he will be in that conversation.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Well, Grant, the Raptors are in the middle of a rebuild and are looking to establish an identity here.
Yeah, they've got some solid young pieces, specifically Scotty Barnes. They just need more experience and some time in order to learn what it takes to win at this level.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Blocking foul called on him. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Quickly outside. Back to Dick. Pass to Pirtle. Shot clock at 6. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
Defensive foul.
And Grant, the Clippers have strung together 13 straight winning seasons. But at the same time, it feels like they've left a lot on the table.
Yeah, with all their star power over that time, they've made it past the second round of the playoffs only once. And that fan base is restless.
And that one misses.
And Pirtle's been such a consistent role player on the team.
First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Outside Barrett. Pass to Quickly. Back to Barrett. Fires the 3. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Zubac screen from deep. MP nails it from beyond the arc. MP's got 6.
You can bet MP will make a lot of those over his career.
Outside Barrett. Quickly against Harden. Now here's Quickly. The D's right on him. Harden with the defensive effort. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. MP finds Zubac. Back to MP. Now Leonard. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Yeah, good work by MP, noticing when someone else has a superior opportunity to score.
Quickly passes to Barnes. Now here's Dick. The rebound by Bogdanovic.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go, even with the defense not really a factor.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Here's Barnes. Following the score by Los Angeles. The 3, Barrett. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist.
We're finding some room there on the perimeter. The lefty, R.J. Barrett, knocks it down.
And you know, Brent, Scotty Barnes does so much for this team. That includes creating for others.
Yeah, I think that's probably the #1 attribute. He's got the length and size to be a defender that can guard 2 through 4, BA, but Scotty's a problem because he can create opportunities and advantage on the offensive end.
Now here's Dick, still without a bucket. 1:16 left to play in the first. Misses the layup. To the paint. It's stolen by Barnes. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Hornets was outstanding. He ended up with 26 points and hit a bunch of threes. No surprises there. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks for the update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Graham.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, BA. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Free throw drops for Leonard.
Just think of how much of a difference Kawhi Leonard is for this team. When he's healthy, he is an absolute force.
And Leonard drops them both. And despite his injury history, Kawhi still has the ability to take over games, Brent.
Yeah, does it feel, BA, that Kawhi sometimes is even more patient and more deliberate in the way he delivers in games? I think he's the type of talent that can slow himself and the game down at his will and still be a lockdown defender.
And so it's Leonard who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. Coming off a win against the Hornets.
They were so consistent from the three-point range in that one. And that's a nice weapon to have as a visiting team.
Yeah, the interesting part was they kept firing away in that game, but the defense didn't make much of an adjustment.
Ingram with the ball. Coming off a 16-point game against Chicago. From the arc. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Los Angeles finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. We'll be back in a moment. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Clippers?
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
So, on the floor for the Clippers, They've got Chris Dunn, Drew Eubanks out there with Paul George. Then it's MP, and it's Powell in at the 2. 4 on the clock. Here's Ingram. No good with a layup. The Clippers lead by 11. MP outside. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue, but in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Barnes, no good. The Clippers have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. MP scanning the floor. Screen by MP. Pass to Powell. To the inside. MP. Muscling it home. MP.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Ingram. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in.
I'd like to see that as Ingram hits a shot from the mid-range. It's going to open some things up.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Guys, Scotty Barnes said, my game starts on the defensive end, guarding anybody and taking pride in it. That leads to great offense in transition and just leads me to stay on lockdown throughout the game. Brian?
And Allie, for all his offensive gifts, that focus on defense is what makes him special. And so here is Toronto. The Clippers getting their last shot to go. And that one's good. Ingram.
And then Ingram gets so much better when he gets that aggressive.
Ingram against MP. Oh, MP showing the big range.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to review the game plan. The importance of getting your second NBA contract is something players often cite. Brent, did you feel that way?
No doubt about it, B.A. I mean, it's a stamp of approval that you belong at this level. Of course, it gives you a lot of security for what you want to do for your family and for yourself. But, man, that's acknowledgement that all that hard work has paid off.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And here's a look at some numbers for Emmanuel Quickly.
Over his last 10 games, his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better. He looks very confident from deep. There's no doubt he's got the green light to shoot from his coaching staff.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Ingram. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Well, when you talk about a classic 3-and-D guy, Paul George is one of the first to come to mind, Brent.
I agree, B.A. I think he's been a little bit underappreciated, but this guy, both ends of the floor, with the ability to score and defend, is elite.
MP shot is good.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
All right, I'm told we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, joining us now with the latest news. Shams, what's the update?
Thank you, B.A. Getting closer to the trade deadline, the Utah Jazz have not hesitated on taking action. They recognize they had to round out their offense, and I'm told they're bringing in Zach LaVine. That's a major weapon for this team. It's a big move for this franchise, and it signifies their intent to be aggressive moving forward.
Well done. Appreciate the report, Shams. Thanks.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Quickly, passes to Pirtle. 1:07 left to play in the first half of basketball. Ingram finds quickly. And here's Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Pirtle's so reliable and solid in these pick and rolls. He knows exactly where to be.
Now Los Angeles with it. They're on a 16-6 run. MP, the pass to George. Oh, he cranks it down right on top of Jakob Pirtle.
Paul George dunk contest? Maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
Raptors trail by 20. Outside Ingram. Outside Dick from outside the arc. It's rebounded by Zubats. Now Los Angeles with it. They're on an 18-6 run. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to MP. A deep three. Rebound Toronto. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
There obviously was a breakdown at the defensive end. They gave away too many clean looks.
Yeah, sometimes you can play good on-ball defense, but it's the help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating and not a lot of help.
And here's MP from outside. And so it's MP making things happen for the Clippers. He's found his range, hitting 3 triples in the quarter. We'll be right back after this word.
Hey everybody, always a fascinating story. Our first order of business. Let's catch you up on some trades around the league. Since we got a little time on our hands here, you guys got any big plans for tonight?
Not me, I'm just gonna take it easy. I'm pretty worn out.
Yeah, you've been burning those midnight oils, man. You been hitting the clubs or something?
Nah, just putting up with you guys. It's exhausting.
And now how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the Clippers.
In terms of efficiency, they've been on point. Incredible execution. I love the way they're playing on both ends.
Yeah, they're piling up a massive lead, partly because they're not giving anything away. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's factored into their game plan in a big way tonight. He's been a key guy.
Yeah, and I'm not sure coming into this game he felt like he could dominate in the way he's doing so now. Been phenomenal.
And here's Harden. He'll bring it up for the LA Clippers. Barrett is the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Dick is out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Pirtle in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic. Raptors trail by 21. Outside Barrett. Back to quickly. Outside Barrett. 6 on the shot clock. Nice move. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And a homecoming of sorts for R.J. Barrett last season after being traded to his hometown Raptors.
Yeah, he's played well in Toronto. You wonder if the offseason helps him settle into where it is that he knows he's going to start this year. I really like his three-point shooting. That has been much improved in that Raptor uniform.
The free throw drops for Barrett.
Well, such a multi-tooled player. R.J. Barrett can get you points, can make plays for others, and he's a terrific rebounder for his size.
It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Barrett against MP. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
It felt like RJ did a great job there of just baiting the defense in order to get the contact.
Toronto shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. The free throw drops for Barrett. He does not get the second one.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
And MP gets it to go on the assist by Leonard. MP's got 5 points now in the quarter. A difficult situation for Toronto. Outside Barrett. Barnes feeling it out a bit. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Screen by MP. Bogdanovich, no good.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy. 3 of 4 to start it off.
For 3, Barrett. Pure from 3-point range. Barrett's got 8.
You love when Barrett starts to feel it from downtown.
Harden, the pass to Zubac. Screen by MP. Zubac, screen. Here's MP. He takes it in. Soft touch off the glass. MP's got 27.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
Here's Harden. Rebound Toronto. Outside Barrett. Quickly outside. Back to Barrett. Great D that time from Zubac.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, the NBA draft is now split over 2 days. Commissioner Adam Silver said second-round picks have become increasingly important, and this allows teams more time between those picks, as well as a chance to reassess after the first round. Also, given the level of interest, it merited primetime coverage and exposure.
All right, Allie, thank you. It's been a hit. Here's Barrett following the score by the Clippers. Pass to Pirtle, shoots over Zubac, and he gets it to go. He's got 6.
RJ's movement right there did a great job of keeping the defense off balance, and he worked to create that opening.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. He's going to talk it over with his guys. changes for Toronto. Boucher's checked in for Scotty Barnes. Brandon Ingram comes in for Dick, and it's Walter in for Quickly. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Eubanks, he's checked in for Zubats. Paul George comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Powell, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Dunn in for James Harden. Dunn's shot is good.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
For Toronto, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Pass to Barrett. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Dunn. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Dunn's got 7 points.
Well, the offensive awareness is really coming together for MP. He's spotting those openings.
A minute 4 left in the third quarter. Pass to Barrett. Hurdle with a screen on Powell. The 3, Barrett. The rebound by MP. MP's got 5 rebounds in the game.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
It felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
Toronto has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's Walter. He's scoreless. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. Here's Boucher. Can't connect from short range. Now Los Angeles with it. They're on an 18-7 run. Here's MP. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. And Ingram has got the ball here for Toronto. Boucher outside. Pulls it in from the elbow, and he hits the jumper. Give him 8.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
And so it's Los Angeles with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points, looking good. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand.
Biggest moments, watch and learn, and that's where you grow the most.
A line change here for Toronto. Paul George, he's checked in for Los Angeles. MP comes in for Dunn.
Right.
On the floor for the Clippers. MP is out there with Elfrid Payton. Then there's Amir Coffey. Then it's Drew Eubanks. And it's George in at the power forward position. Outside Payton. Pass to MP. Down low. Here's Coffey. The 3 is up. Nails it from 3.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
So no problem for the Clippers as they get the win. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight's game. So long, everybody.
thought they had a chance tonight.
Being an all-star as a rookie is really hard. MP deserves it, though. He's a really good player.
Best outside shooting rookie ever. Sign of great things ahead. Long season. Time to grab that lunch pail and go to work. Congrats on Play of the Month. Keep it up.
Don't forget to come out for the game for calendar day. What better way to pass the year than with pictures of your favorite spirit dance team?
The National Basketball Association and the LA Clippers are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as playing, throwing objects, attempting to enter the court or interrupt play, or using...
Starting at small forward, 6 feet 7 inches, number 23, MP.
This for my city.
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sidelines. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Paul George.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Now the Lakers starting group. Outside, the wings are Reeves and James. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Jackson Hayes. And it's Doncic in at the 1 spot. And for the Clippers, down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. Chris Dunn is out there with Harden. And it's MP in at the small forward. Richard, at what part of the season do these road trips become more grueling?
I'd say right about now. You're over halfway through the season. The aches and pains start to set in. Not being in your bed, though, that can be the toughest part.
Tip-off goes to the Lakers. Now, Doncic, pass to Vanderbilt. Reeves with it. Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. MP, no good. The Los Angeles Clippers coming to this one after the win against the Raptors. And the rejection by MP. And he gets the bucket.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Now here's Harden. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. It's stolen by Vanderbilt. It's tipped. Done against James. And the layup's good off the glass.
A monster down low. LeBron James, the rare package of skill, size, and athleticism.
And Richard, you've watched LeBron James over the years. His approach never wavers. It never changes.
He is all business all the time, on the court, off the court. The consistency of his focus and mental toughness is unbelievable.
Here's Doncic, following the basket by MP.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's MP. What a tremendous game he played against Toronto. To the left wing, Dunn kicks to MP. 6 on the shot clock, to the inside. And here is Doncic. Puts up a deep 3. Here's Vanderbilt, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Lakers shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. No good on that one. And something you see with the Lakers, they really trust their role players, don't they, Richard?
Yeah, LeBron does a great job of empowering his group. That's why he's top 5 in the league all time in assists. If you earn his trust, he will give you a ton of space to work. The Lakers know that they can only go as far as their great group of role players.
Now, here is Harden. MP, it's good. The assist that time from Harden. MP's got his second bucket of the night. And not only, Greg, has MP been selected to the All-Star team this year, he was named a starter as well.
And it's a huge honor, guys, and you can tell that it means a lot to him. He wants to prove he belongs out there with these guys, and I expect him to bring his A game for sure.
Lets a floater go, and he gets it to go. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, a bit ago, Teron Lue and I were able to chat. Undoubtedly, their defensive focus is trying to limit Luka Doncic. Coach told me Luka is a great player who impacts the game on so many levels. No one has been able to shut him down. We just need to play with physicality and make him work for everything. We'll see how they handle one of the toughest matchups in the NBA. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Here is Harden after the basket by the Lakers. Down low. Here's MP. No good on the shot. Good D by LeBron. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Reeves against Dunn. Here's Vanderbilt. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Let's check in now with Shams Charania on a story coming out of Salt Lake City, Utah. Shams, what's the buzz regarding the Jam?
Hey, Kevin, they recognize they had to round out their offense, and I'm told they're bringing in Zach LaVine. That's a major weapon for this team. It's a big move for this franchise, and it signifies their intent to be aggressive moving forward.
Thanks again, Shams, as always. He was all alone on that one. MP's got 7 points.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. So for the Clippers, Eubanks, he's checked in for Zubac. Paul George comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Norman Powell subbed in for Dunn. The Lakers also making some changes. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jackson Hayes. Caldwell Pope comes in for Vanderbilt. And it's Conley in for Doncic. Here's Caldwell Pope. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, and then knifing into the middle. Caldwell Pope, not just a perimeter threat. Young fella can elevate.
Harden, that's good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Conley, the pass to James. Puts up a deep three. Eubanks grabs the miss. The Clippers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Harden draws the double. Here's the screen. Powell kicks to MP. Just 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. It's up a 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
James in the post. No good from 11 feet. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Clippers ahead. They're up by 3. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Elfrid Payton is out there with Powell. Then it's MP. Then it's George. And it's Eubanks in at the 5 spot. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Raptors was tremendous. He had 27 points, and he reached that total with some superb shooting from deep. He ended up with a stat line he's no doubt proud of, and I'm sure he wants to replicate it again. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
Richard, you've talked a lot about how underrated longevity has been as a factor in measuring some of the all-time great players.
Well, when you think about Jordan, LeBron, Kareem, the only way to achieve greatness in the statistical category is to have longevity. So obviously greatness and longevity coincide.
Bring it up for MP, a 3.
Well, the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Len with a screen on Powell. Right side, Conley. And it goes down 2 points. Conley's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And how about that move? Pat Conley adjusting around the contact to get the finish.
Pass to MP. MP sets the screen for George. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Conley, coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Reeves the pass to Conley. Len sets a screen for Conley. Does not score with that shot. It's his second miss against 2 made shots.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
MP outside. Lets it go with a 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Eubanks. Kawhi Leonard comes in for George. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's James Harden in for Payton. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Vanderbilt's checked in for Len. LeBron comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Goodwin's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Doncic is subbed in for Austin Reeves. Now here is Conley. He's got 5. Good win. At 3 off the mark.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. LeBron James is still dominating at an age where most players are well into their retirement. How does he do it? He said, show up, put the work in, and then go out and trust it. I'm just trying to push the limit. See how far I can take this thing. It's me versus Father Time. Kevin, back to you.
And David, that's one you're always going to win against Father Time. Hey, thank you for the report. Now, MP. Following the miss by Michael Conley from deep. MP, good.
And the three-pointers are starting to add up. That's his 3rd of the quarter, and it brings him to 4 on the game.
Pass to Vanderbilt. The Lakers moving the ball around. And here is Doncic. Offensive rebound. And it's Goodwin missing.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Clippers leading by 16. Harden dishes to Leonard. Here's Bogdanovich. The shot that time, not on target. Good D by LeBron. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
To end the run. And again, the Lakers no good.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Leonard on the wing. Zubac, a screen on LeBron. Shoots. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Substitution on the court.
Lakers trail by 16. James looking it over. Oh, and he just jams it right over MP. Wow.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. MP has been leading the charge for the Clippers. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot. Nice throw. It's all good. Yeah, let's hear it for the participant.
Hey everybody, it's halftime. Boy, it's been a rough go so far for the Los Angeles Lakers.
I hate the shots they're taking. I hate them. The team is stubborn, and you have to be willing to adjust, like us with all these new teams that's been added.
Agreed. You can't want to be a long-range sniper, but if you miss the target enough times, you become the victim.
New topic. Fellas, we've got a number of strong contenders for this year's three-point contest.
No matter who makes it, I know all these guys. They're ready.
The final tally of votes soon to come, but there's still time to get your ballot in. Now or never. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Clippers leading by 16. Taking a look at the Lakers. Up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. Luka Doncic out there with Austin Reeves. And it's Hayes in at the center, filling out the middle. Wide open look here for Zubac. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard.
Yeah, Leonard really utilizing the vision to find the crack in the defensive coverage.
Here's James, and he lays it straight in. LeBron's got 8 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Zubac kicks to MP. MP sets the screen for Harden. Leonard on the wing. James against MP. Leonard with a screen on LeBron. MP, no good. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Lakers. They trail by 16. James, no good. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. Clippers leading by 16. Leonard with a screen on James. This one for 3. Reeves with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to James. And stolen by MP. Now the Clippers moving it up. And there's Dunn on the assist by MP.
Nice possession. MP giving him a great look there.
Doncic passes to LeBron. Back to Doncic. Three-pointer. The triple. Doncic.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
MP with a screen on Doncic. Harden gets the bucket.
Taking control of the tempo. Harden won't let the other team turn their last 3 into a run.
Doncic passes to Reeves. Hayes with the screen for Reeves. Back to Doncic. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Harden kicks to MP. Leonard with a screen on LeBron. And there's the bucket from MP.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Doncic dishes to Hayes. Vanderbilt gets a wide open look. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pass to Leonard. Dunn outside. MP sets the screen for Dunn. Here's Leonard. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Some contact there, but Leonard with the strength and focus to finish the play.
Reeves the pass to Doncic. Unloads from 13. Rebound by the Clippers. MP's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Leonard. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 3 assists in the game. 1:03 left in the third quarter. Outside, James. Over MP. And again, no good by the Lakers.
And the defense was all over him once he got in close. Didn't want him to get too comfortable.
Leonard with a screen on LeBron. MP, no good.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
James against MP. Off the run and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on MP.
Now, nobody spends more time in the paint than LeBron James. He knows he's going to get the contact, and he still goes in there.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
I think everybody knows how good LeBron James is, but the thing that makes it remarkable is the longevity of his talent, and he is still leading the way for his team.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Eubanks, he's checked in for Zubac. George comes in for Leonard. Powell, he's checked in for Chris Dunn. And it's Bogdanovich in for James Harden. And both free throws, good for James.
And when you think of LeBron, his competitive spirit is, to me, the first thing that comes to mind. All this guy wants to do is win all the time.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Caldwell Pope against MP. To the middle. Here's Eubanks. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
How about the vision from MP? In the pick and roll, that's very encouraging to see.
James outside. That one misses. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. Clippers ahead, running away with it. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth.
As long as he is playing, he will be the most impactful player in the NBA.
And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. The Lakers also making some changes. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Austin Reeves comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Doncic is subbed in for Mike Conley. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. Chris Dunn is out there with Harden. And it's MP in at the three. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Nice shot by MP. Great touch from outside.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Well, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Amir Coffey's checked in for Chris Dunn, and it's Peyton in for James Harden.
2 minutes.
On the wing, Peyton. Zubac trying to break loose. Pass to Doncic. Corner shot. That one drops for him. 10 points for Luka Doncic.
And Doncic used to creating kind of a luxury for him to simply catch and shoot.
Peyton kicks to MP. Screen by Zubac. And a wide open look for MP. The three-pointer off the mark.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
And Hayes throws it down.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Clippers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
And what effort he had on the boards, displaying some great fight, willing to battle down low.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
Guys, what do you think about the... So the Clippers winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Okay then, that's how we stand on business. Way to bring home that W. That's a solid team out there. You guys will have to bring it.
to see you, MP. You gonna show us something special tonight?
Look out there, MP. Objects in motion, stay in motion.
Don't forget to come out to the game and calendar day. What better way to pass the year than your picnic with favorite spirit dance team?
The National Basketball Association and the LA Clippers are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior such as playing, throwing objects, attempting to end report or interrupt play, or using improper language or gestures. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to eviction and possible action.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. Let's see some of the numbers here for Benedict Mathurin.
Over his last 10 games, his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better. He looks very confident from deep. There's no doubt he's got the green light to shoot from his coaching staff.
So a look at the starters for the Pacers. Nembhard and Mathurin, they're the wings. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Halliburton in at the point guard position. And for the Clippers, Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. James Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's MP in at the 3. And we've got All-Star Weekend fast approaching. I'm sure all the players are looking forward to it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you're competing that weekend, it's an honor and a lot of fun. And for the guys that aren't, it's a few welcome days of rest and relaxation.
So the Clippers win the tip. Now Harden. Pass to MP. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
What a quality possession. MP cashing in down low.
Halliburton, the pass to Nembhard. Right side Mathurin. And that one is stuffed right through.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Now here's Nembhard on the wing, Mathurin. And a miss there on the triple. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, guys, after their run to the conference finals last season, the Pacers moved to secure their roster moving forward, re-signing Pascal Siakam and Obi Toppin, and then extending Andrew Nembhard. With a young team that's already shown so much promise, there is upside in staying the course. This team should have some staying power for years to come, guys.
No doubt about it. All right, Shams, appreciate the report. Nembhard, that drops, and it comes off an assist from Siakam.
Boy, Pascal Siakam plays at his own pace, able to find the open man.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We talked about this matchup here tonight, specifically what his team wants to do against Miles Turner. Coach told me we need to push him out of the paint whenever we can and make him a jump shooter and live with those results. If we can do that, I think we'll be in great shape. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Three-pointer, Halliburton. And it's MP with a rebound. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. Harden misses. For Indiana, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Lets the 3 fly. The shot no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Leonard outside. MP, a screen on Siakam. Siakam against Leonard. Oh, what a finish in traffic! My goodness!
Well, with a 7'3" wingspan, Kawhi Leonard can beat even good defense with that reach.
Halliburton on the wing, defended by Harden. Now here's Nembhard. He's closely guarded. Halliburton, good.
Well, it's been early in his career, but Tyrese Halliburton has proven to be extremely dangerous from range.
Yeah, and I can't help but remember Tyrese Halliburton in the 2024 All-Star Game. A spectacular performance from him in that one. And the icing on the cake, him dropping the shot that took the East point total to over 200 points.
Now here's Halliburton, taking command on offense when they need him, putting up 21 a game. On the wing, Nembhard, defended by Dunn. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Los Angeles leading by 3. MP scanning the floor. Leonard with a screen on Mathurin. From deep, MP. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Yeah, sometimes your teammate gets you open with a screen. MP able to capitalize.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. the Clippers, Eubanks, he's checked in for Zubac. Paul George comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Powell in for Dunn. Here's Shepard, defended by Harden. Back to Toppin, pass to Shepard. Now here's Nesmith. Clock at 6. Here's Furphy. And once again, off the mark by Indiana. And Harden's got the ball here for the LA Clippers. From deep, MP knocks it down from distance. MP's got 10 points.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Siakam outside, looking to win the run. Hits a three-pointer.
Boy, Pascal Siakam with the big-time answer from 3. Nice.
The Clippers lead by 6. MP outside, puts up a 3. Furphy grabs the miss. The Pacers have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Pass to Siakam. Here's Furphy. It's tipped. Powell with a steal. He goes up, and Powell with the stuff.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. Clippers ahead, up 8. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Los Angeles?
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far, the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
The other thing that's gone exceptionally well for them tonight is the shooting they've displayed from beyond the three-point arc.
And Indiana looking at who they've got. Jackson out there with Obi Toppin. Then it's Aaron Nesmith. Then it's Halliburton. And it's Shepard in at the shooting guard position. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Hallie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Lakers was outstanding. He dropped 24 points, and he made a significant contribution from beyond the arc, as usual. It's the latest entry in what's been a string of fantastic games from him. We'll see just how long he can go, guys.
And the only question now, how does he follow up that performance?
Yeah, each night comes with different challenges, and I'm sure their opponent has seen the film.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
From deep, MP. Ooh, coming through again, shooting 5 for 7 now.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's Shepard. Powell covers. Halliburton outside. Here's Shepard. No made baskets yet. Fires from way outside. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall.
Maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I don't think his coaches will agree.
I think we have to check his sanity because there's a number of better options on the floor.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Here's Shepard. Toppin, a screen on Powell. Toppin passes to Nesmith. Three-pointer, Halliburton. Another missed shot. He's 1 of 5, looking shaky out there. All right, Doris, where do you think Halliburton ranks among the NBA's best point guards?
Well, he's certainly, B.A., got to be near the top of the list. Number 1, his vision is absolutely tremendous. He can create on the fly. As important certainly to me, it's his spirit and presence, the joy he brings to the game.
Here's Shepard. Halliburton outside. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. No good. Unable to win this run.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
What a bonus to have a point guard who can throw it down like that. Go ahead, Alfred Payton.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Will go for a different look here. Ivica Zubac checked in for Eubanks. Leonard comes in for Paul George. Dunn, he's checked in for Powell. And it's James Harden in for Payton. A big group substitution here for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Jackson. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Shepard. And it's Nembhard in for Tyrese Halliburton. Now here's Mathurin, defended by Dunn. Mathurin passes to Nembhard to win the run. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. MP's got 4 rebounds now. Inside. Outside for Harden. They set the screen. From downtown. It's rebounded by Indiana. 1:14 left in the half. To the middle.
Boy, what a clever decision there by Pascal Siakam. Sticks with the shot and wins a trip to the free throw line.
And one thing that Siakam has always had a knack for, Grant, cutting to the rim and finishing plays.
Yeah, he plays so well when he has space to move. He's just great off the ball, and that fits with any team. His ability to convert at the rim makes his cuts that much better.
And he makes a first. You know, Doris, the last few years, Siakam has gotten back to attacking the rim like he once did.
To me, B.A., that's where he's at his best. He's got such length and creativity. You don't want to have to step in his path as a defender. Listen, he knows he's got to shoot the 3, but go to your first strength.
So he gets them both.
Boy, the evolution of Pascal Siakam has been such a pleasure to watch. The work ethic is commendable, and he's learning how to be a leader, guys.
From deep, MP. Oh, nice D from Neesmith.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Nembhard, the pass to Turner, and here's Siakam. Back to Turner. It's good. And give the assist to Siakam. Siakam's got 3 assists now in this one.
And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second.
That one's good for 2.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Now here's Siakam. He had 25 points in his last game.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
On the wing, MP. Outside Harden. Pass to Leonard. Floats one. The rebound by Turner. And here's Neesmith. And here's Siakam for three. And the first half now in the books. The Clippers on top. They lead by 12. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
19. Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot.
Welcome to halftime, folks, and so far MP has been making a dominant impact.
Well, they're running the offense through MP, a guy who just continues to elevate his game, never stops working. This is why he is where he is today.
And that's why his team is where they are after the first half. Fellas, what do you say we take a look now at the power rankings?
Checking out Los Angeles. They're the top dog at the moment. You have to say they've earned it with their play on the court. Stellar performances.
You can nitpick other spots in the power rankings, but you have to agree that this team has shown they deserve that number one spot, Shaq.
Can you repeat what I just said one more time and watch what happens? That's exactly what I said. I said you can nitpick other spots in the power rankings, but you have to agree this team has shown they deserve the number one spot. It's just what I said.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, he really outdid himself in that first half. Stepped up and gave them a big lift.
A huge bonus. Boy, when he's contributing like this, it makes everything easier for his team.
Pacers trail by 12. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. Chris Dunn is out there with James Harden. And it's MP in at the three. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue. Now here's Leonard. Leonard taking him on.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has zero fear. In fact, contact, it doesn't deter him at all.
Well, Doris, there's one thing for sure. When Kawhi Leonard is available, he's elite.
There's no question about it, Brian. And it's so difficult to watch a player who cares so deeply about the game as Kawhi does not have his body hold up. It's been unfortunate over the years to see the toll injuries have taken on his career. But boy, oh boy, clutch, skilled, competitive, tough, every attribute you could want. Kawhi is known as a low-key guy, but don't let that fool you. He's as competitively tough as they come.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Tyrese Halliburton, an all-star starter last season, is not done yet. He said, quote, "I want to be a champion, a Hall of Famer, and one of the greats. I want the next generation to talk about my ability as a basketball player. That's definitely the goal, and I don't ever set limits." Brian?
Allie just scratching the surface. Thank you. Good stuff there.
Boy, how far has the shot, the perimeter game of Siakam come? His rookie year, he made 1-3 all season. Remember that.
Harden, good.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Pacers trail by 14. Siakam outside. Back to Halliburton. No stopping Halliburton. So physical.
Yeah, give Halliburton credit for staying with the play. You've got to be able to fend off that defense and still finish.
Leonard with a screen on Matherin. From deep, MP gets the three ball to go. MP's got 19 points.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
Halliburton, the pass to Turner. Now here's Siakam. Leonard defending. Siakam against Leonard. Back to Nembhard. 6 to shoot. Overdone. The rebound by MP. MP's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Zubac with a screen on Siakam. No problems knocking that one down. Leonard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
Leonard against Siakam. Nembhard outside. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from 3. Nembhard's got 6.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Leonard finds MP. Rebounded by Halliburton. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Down by 15. Here's Siakam. Rebound by the Clippers. They led by as many as 18. Outside Harden.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Screen by MP. Launches a 3. It doesn't go for him.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Pass to Turner. Here's the 3. And it's MP with a rebound. MP's got 7 rebounds in the game. Dunn, the pass to MP. Zubac with a screen on Mathurin. Zubac with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And the basket by MP.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pacers trail by 18. Outside Mathurin. .102 left to play in the third quarter here. Halliburton against Harden. And the basket by Halliburton. Halliburton's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, great work on the interior. Halliburton, easy work inside.
Leonard with a screen on Mathurin. MP shot is good.
12 straight points off 3s. This defense is not extending very well.
Siakam outside. Back to Halliburton. Nembhard outside. No good with the triple.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Leonard with a screen on Mathurin. And here's MP from outside. They get it back. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From behind the arc. It falls, and now he's 10 of 15 shooting. Nice work.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Pass to Siakam. Back to Halliburton. Three-pointer. And no good. And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. It's Los Angeles opening up a huge gap. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. We've got Jackson. Aaron Nesmith is out there with Obi Toppin. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. MP's checked in for Powell, and it's James Harden in for coffee. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc, and the results have been outstanding.
Something else that they've had working for them is attacking the offensive glass. Boy, taking advantage and creating second chance points. Impressive.
Now Halliburton. Down low. Mathurin passes to Nembhard. Over Bogdanovich. The Pacers again can't hit. The Clippers lead by 21. MP outside. Fires the three. Good! Another from three.
Oh my, he is scorching hot. Another three.
And he's approaching the franchise record for threes in a game. Siakam outside. Halliburton's got an open look. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam. Halliburton's got 7 points for the quarter. There's a minute 59 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Harden. Oh, and another three for the Clippers.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. George, a screen on Mathurin. And here's MP from outside. And Los Angeles, another three.
Yeah, when we talk about MP's unlimited potential, we're referring to nights like this one. Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Clippers.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And certainly a point of pride. They've now won 50 games this year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for MP.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy, in attack mode all evening.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Good.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
For three, Mathurin. It's hauled in by the Clippers. On the wing, MP. He's covered by Mathurin. Pass to Harden. Back to George. So no problem for the Clippers as they get the win, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. So long and good night, everyone.
Great win tonight, MP.
MP's an elite shooter already. To come into the league and knock down threes like that, I'm impressed.
Good job, MP. I see. Time to warm up. Get ready to rock.
Everything good, MP?
Wow, how fun.
Let's go in there! Yo, we got this, don't worry. Come on, box him out! Hey, we can ball, huh? Let's go! Woo! I run this. What's good?
All right, MP, you ready to go get it? Guess we're at halftime.
These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
Good, MP.
I was just about to when I get back. What? Chad said she's nice.